and kicked the crap out of the power strip until they lost power so that they could have an extra 10 minutes to decide that they wanted to pick Clinks.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You don't see Clinks very often. You need that extra bit of time to understand when it's going to work.
I mean, they spent a lot of time drafting in the previous match. They really felt like, the difference maker was that they really elongated things, and this was the only ethical way that they could pull that out in match number 2.
Ethical, okay. Interesting understanding of some NA ethical ethics going on there, I guess.
I'm only going to allow that because it's 2018 right now. Yeah. That's all. 2 years ago, hell no, I'm shutting that down. Weaver is going to be the response. Lots of invis heroes, some minus armor here. Very good hero, I would argue, at killing and dealing with Oracle or Shaker. If I'm an Oracle, I don't want to play against a Weaver, but it's going to force him to get probably like a Glimmer Cape, for example. It's going to be the best way to keep himself alive. Good at laning, too.
Yeah, I think something most likely Mugu's going to be on. He's played this quite a few times and feels pretty comfortable on it overall.
It's like a good mix of like a, I don't know if dead lane hero is the right term, but a hero that kind of sits there and just does kind of whatever he wants. It can be kind of solo. Usually kind of farm heavy, will AFK farm, but the other cores are still going to be semi-active between Wraith King and Necro, so it feels like they have a good blend of like getting stuff done, pushing towers, and still farming for the late game win. Although Weaver versus Clinks isn't ideal, I guess, because of Strafe, but Strafe does, it's pretty limited duration, so fighting at the right times will work out for him.
Kind of eventually get a nullifier too if you need to purge off the Strafe.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't?
No, because
it's a projectile.
You can't E-Blade him. You can't nullify him. You literally can only use Yule Scepter.
Yeah,
it's so broken in certain situations.
In my head, I'm just like, okay, you're going to purge off Strafe, nullifier. Wait a second.
Yep, I've been there, man. That doesn't work. It does not work.
Necro 3 would work, right? That's the instant
Is that? Yeah, I guess the range dispel is a non-projectile, or you could get maybe a null or get a Helm of the Dominator maybe and get a small.
Could be right. I've seen some Wraith Kings go for the Helm of the Dom. Possibility.
Skellies, man. Make them Skellies good.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. It gives them extra regen, extra attack speed. Just buffing them up.
Have you tried that? I know you do a lot of weird-ass item builds in pubs, but Shadowblade, Helm of the Dominator, Bloodthorn on Wraith King, dude. That's how you play Dota 2. Play Dota 2. Just break invis, throw that stun, drop them Skellies, Bloodthorn the guy, and the Skellies just go crazy. Oh, dude, I have this great clip, actually, just that tangent on Wraith King a little bit more, where I was watching Slacks play a game, and I was waiting for him to finish so that we could play on stream together, and I caught him like just dying to skeletons by himself. Like, it was so funny. I gotta go find it. I laughed for so long, dude.
Okay.
I'll share it with you later. You'll like it, I'm sure. Enigma's gonna be the last pick for Newbee here, so.
Almost always a KP hero, which suggests Enigma off lane, Necro mid, Weaver safe lane, Wraith King line support.
So it is gonna be Wraith King support, you think?
Or Enigma support, I guess, but I've only seen KP play Enigma for Newbee. But if that could change.
If it's Enigma support, it would have to be like a safe lane Necro, safe lane Weaver solo, something like that. Yeah. That's the only thing that would make sense.
KP picks up Enigma, and Faith picks 5 position Wraith King.
Okay, so this will be our first support Wraith King that we get to check out. We'll see how this works out. I mean, maybe the thought is like Wraith King versus Clink's going to be a bad time, so we don't necessarily want to put on a core position. If it's a 5, though, then it's not bad against Void, I would argue. Where he won't die twice in a Chrono, won't die in once there is not a bad trade for a support Wraith King, but yeah, kind of interesting to see how this goes. Interested to see how this goes for the 5 Wraith King.
As for the Void pick, that's good synergy with Mirana, with the arrows, good synergy with Clinks, even Shaker, it's kind of can be a setup for, or at least you can drop a feature in there to kind of follow it up. I like this pick.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to agree. It's really solid how synergistic it is. It's like one of those like last minute gotcha moments where it's like the perfect Void game.
Yep.
And they were looking for a carry anyways. So yeah, really solid snag here.
Also, I always like when teams have a way to disable Enigma during BKB Black Hole. If you can't stop a BKB Black Hole, it just feels like, well, there's an insta kill on a carry or a mid. Somebody's dying during that.
Same against Weaver. It's just so good against Weaver too. Like a guy that you can just kill him before he time lapses. It makes so much sense. So, but the downside is that can Paparazzi on the Face of Void have a good laning stage? And that might be harder because typically your Void's in the safe lane. It's going to be against an Enigma. Maybe they'll find a lane that works out for him, but maybe he'll be shut down as well by Enigma's demonic conversion.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to load into the game as Newbee suffered defeat in game number 1. They had a good day 1, and to continue that not streak anymore on day number 2. They were 3-1 and have started today off with a loss. Vici Gaming have their first win of the group stage. 1 win, 4 losses. But yesterday can be forgotten if they start pulling together a string of wins still plenty of Dota to be played, and even a potential winner bracket run could be achievable for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting lanes seems to be a little bit hard to predict here. But on Newbee side, it looks like some mind games going on. Maybe even KP in the mid lane. And that's why he's got 2 share tangos. So anticipating a mid Enigma pick, actually. I kind of like the Vici start. This is an item that I've tried out a little bit with Enigma. It's really good right now just because he's got pretty decent int. It's a lot of mana regen. Throw some clarities on top of that and some shared tangos, and he's actually getting a lot of regen. Plus giving armor to the Eidolons as well is nice so that they don't get last hit as often.
Quick reconnect from Shaker. They did a power outage or reconnection, so I imagine maybe some settings or hotkey stuff that sometimes you have to actually reconnect to Dota games to fix. So nothing serious. He's right back in. He's right back, ready to go. As are we here at the passing desk, and it will be, yeah, something slightly different. And Necro is going to the offlane, as we've been seeing, but played by SCCC, and yeah, KP's mid Enigma with the Bassering you were talking about, going to be going up against the Clinks. So not wanting to run Clinks, or the Necro against Clinks, which is surprising because we saw Necro destroy Clinks mid last game, and Ori's like, let me play the other side of that matchup. I'm ready to dumpster you again, SCCC.
Maybe, but in the same vein, maybe they'd work out really well against the Mirana, perhaps. Somebody that can sustain there. You know, is an overall match win. And then Weaver versus Void. Void's going to get farm, but I would argue that heroes like Clinks are scarier if they have a really good early game than somebody like a Void. Ooh, great Fissure
arrow. Yeah, they're going to get some right clicks. The Fissure, I believe, has blocked off his high ground path as well. The stun's going to stop 11 getting some right clicks off, and with SCCC showing up with the Death Pulse, that's going to heal up Kaka a little bit, and the body blocks land him in a lot of trouble here. There's another stun in a couple of seconds here. He should be able to get the kill, but he actually goes for a right click and doesn't really follow him up. Another Impale in a second. Lanham doesn't really have an out. He goes for a Fissure, won't get it off, and gives up first blood to the Necro.
Oh, give me those 4 fantasy points, SCCC. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That feels good.
I'm on board with that, too. That's
hell yeah.
That's the play.
So, now back to the regular game. That's going to be a great start. Fast boots for him means it's even better to lane against the Mirana, because normally he's a very, very slow hero, or maybe goes bonus damage, we'll see.
Yep.
I imagine KP's going to do relatively fine mid, but it's definitely going to take a lot of damage from these Clinks right clicks, and considering he had 2 shared tangos to start this off and no other regen past that, might be a little out-harassed.
These other lanes, yep, the Enigma versus Clinks in mid. A lot of harass being traded initially. Clinks is going to get denied quite a bit from the conversion on all these range creeps, just taking away whatever XP you can. Top lane, bit of an interesting dual lane. Wraith King with Weaver, but hey, 5-position Wraith King, why not? And Void with Oracle, looking to just be kind of defensive farming lane. They've got a sentry there for the Weaver, and as soon as they push the lane out, they look to de-sentry. And hey, I've made you miss another kill. It's Fissure into a Clinks kill mid.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous thing about putting Enigma here, is that he can't defend himself super easily. Even like Malefice is a really long cooldown, so if you used it previously, very likely that he goes down. So we'll strafe and right click, and that's the benefit of the boot start on Earthshaker, is that he can get from these lanes so much quicker, and that your opponents might not actually realize that he's all the way into your lane already.
Yeah, don't normally expect those early support rotations. It's just not really what you see so much on this patch in this meta. Yep. But a hero like Shaker always loves to move around the map, and Mirana having a rough time down bottom, but at least getting a few CS here and there, and able to use that arrow to get some extra farm in the jungle, although Kaka does make sure he splits the XP.
Yep, he'll find a DD rune in the bot lane. Clinks is going to want that one most likely, just because tons of bonus damage that'll guarantee his lane win. But with that said, yeah, with Kaka rotating over, Earthshaker's forced to take that. I don't think that's ultimately terrible for Ori, because he's probably going to want to stay in the lane anyways.
Yeah, he would have missed a couple CS and even got denied a few if he went all out for it. Ori going for the straight play, wanting to harass KP a bit here.
Taking a little bit too much Eidolon damage sometimes. He will get another one killed, but I mean, all this damage is still coming through to Clinks a lot, and the Eidolons are making it work. Caught that one totally dead. Death. Necrophos. Looked like Arrow, Starstorm. Still no leap levels at level 3 for Mirana, but in the right circumstances is the way to go. I mean, that's probably how they can beat him. Just do way more magic damage than he expected.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the 2-1-0 build whatsoever. We'll see, we'll TP right back down the lane. Not the end of the world for him. He is still top of the CS. 3 top CS leaders all initially on the dire side, with Void even with Weaver at least.
And more Sentry games coming through. Fenrir.
Mid lane, Ori, ooh, almost actually dies here on the Clinks. He mangoes to get the straight fall.
Might die.
He's barely going to get the salve, and he's chasing with these Eidolons. They're 310 movement speed. They actually out speed.
I feel like KP could have gotten that kill maybe if he committed with his hero right click, but hesitate a little. Maybe didn't expect straight.
He's going back in once more. Okay, not going to go for the kill. But this Malefice Eidolon Harass is putting Ori under a lot of pressure.
But Lanham's here now looking for the fissure block, of course, and miss-microing a little bit for KP, or Eidolon's just sitting passively. He's going to die for sure here.
Yeah.
Does get his buyout before he goes down at least, but these little Earthshaker rotations are really paying off here.
Yeah, and not like Morana's having a miserable time down bottom. Was involved in the one kill, has 12 CS, has had the creep wave under the tower for a little bit now, so 11 is at least getting something out of this lane, although he is currently probably going to have to TP back home or somehow find a way to get some regen out the lane.
Yeah. And either way, they're still limiting what Clinks can get. 15-1 versus a 17-15 for KP, which is going to translate to a lot of levels, actually. He's about a half level ahead of where Clinks is at, and getting creeps behind the tower like this is just super simple for him to secure what he needs. Mugi's also sacrificing a little. 18-3 is still really good, though. And Faith picking up levels also. He's gone for the double magic stick. Interesting. I'm just kidding. That's Mugi's magic stick, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. Mugi bought 2 magic sticks is what we have here.
Oh. Maybe he bought one at base and was hoping the Wraith King would bring it out to lane. Who knows? They're going to go in for a little bit of a clash here. Oracle gets crit to the face.
That was a cool crit.
It's very satisfying when you kill people with a crit with that sword cosmetic.
I mean, it's a lot of damage. One skill point, when you do actually land it, it's a big damage output. So I bet it was one of those, like, I bought a wand things and I had it queued up, so I accidentally bought it twice because I put it on a guy, which meant that it disappeared from my auto queue or something.
Yep.
That's probably what happens. We actually lose 100 gold. Not super instrumental, but small mistake. Kako rotating around mid, maybe looking to set up. KP's got 6 here, so this is a great way to do it. And Clinks is only level 4. He also doesn't have invis. So in a normal circumstance, this is a pretty hard gank to make without a sentry detection, but they can definitely do it here. Got a soul ring now, and here comes the initiation.
Yep. Hell starts things off. KP just instantly goes for the black hole, but gets cancelled by the fissure. The rotation was there. Ori's already used the strafe, though. So with the Malefice and the Eidolons, okay, they kind of block each other a little bit.
I feel like with good micro there with the Eidolons, KP could have grabbed that kill, but
it's definitely not easy. But like the same way, like your hero when you attack and then you move, like you attack walk, you kind of need to do that with Eidolons a bit.
Exactly.
Maximize their damage output.
Paparazzi already leaping, very likely to die here.
He's got us out, but he will not get a chance to use it. Maybe with the help of the Oracle. Okay, Oracle helps get the beetle off him, and that's actually going to keep him alive.
Running out of chase damage there. No, I was expecting a Geminate attack that didn't come through. Already used.
Yep.
And one of the weaknesses of Wraith King support, you've got a stun, and you maybe have a right click or two, but that's pretty much it. It doesn't go much farther.
Yep. Overall, pretty happy Vici Gaming side, I imagine, considering Ori doesn't actually die in the mid lane, and that first black hole being used is suddenly...
It's true.
Nice bit of breathing room for the Clinks. You can't really be killed.
I mean, he didn't die, but he's still not close to level 6 here.
That's
KP's
true.
almost 7 now, so I feel like if KP plays this lane really well, this is like a complete stomp here. And it's still pretty one-sided, but like he should have had probably 1-2 more kills, maybe 1 less death here.
It's one-sided in terms of XP, but the actual gold between the two is very similar. There isn't much separating their actual net worth.
Okay, that's
because of the deaths on the Enigma, and Clinks actually got the last hit for both kills.
Okay, yeah, I guess that does make a big difference. But, you know, levels are gold in some ways. More resources, more damage, things
Bottom
like
lane,
that. So.
SCCC turning around the gank attempt here. He's got the Reaper, not yet. He's level 5 still. He's looking to bring down Lanham. Death Pulse is going to chase him down, but there's going to be an Oracle showing up with a Face Edict to make sure that he can keep him alive. Necro is still very tanky.
He's got an arrow now, though.
Yep.
Okay.
Has Mango's 1 charges. He pops the Ghost Shroud with a Tango and Mango. He's still alive.
Yeah, makes it go a little farther here. So, kind of curious what Enigma's going to go next. What do you think's the current ideal build on Enigma? Are you on the Midas train, the Helm of the Dominator? What do you think's best right now?
I like the Helm of the Dominator, but I don't know if being mid changed anything. I don't think it really does.
He does pick up the headdress, so I think he's going to be on the same page as you.
Yeah, Helm of the Dominator into Blink BKB.
Okay.
What I feel is just standard, strong, hard to deal with.
And he's got a Wraith King on his team. Gotta make them Skellies attack, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
Faith doesn't get a lot of attack. I haven't seen him gotten a single Mortal Strike.
I thought you were going somewhere else with the Wraith King. Because Ag's Wraith King, you die as Enigma, then you Black Hole.
You can still be stunned.
Oh, you can be stunned.
Yes.
Okay.
You can still like cast disables and nukes and stuff and right click. I don't know if you can right click, but
you can actually stun the Wraith.
I'm quite sure that you can stun the Wraith.
I had no idea of that. Actually, I just assumed they were like untargetable by anything.
I think you can. At minimum ground target, but I think you can actively target them.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be kind of broken for some heroes.
But you can't target things like the Vengeful Spirit.
Correct. Yeah, because that's like not. It's not like. It's just different, I guess.
Yeah.
Similar but different.
Okay.
That's another type of ghost. It's a ghost thingy, but it's not a tangible ghost thingy.
So the Wraith mechanic in Dota is not very consistent, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, absolutely true. But every ability is different. Caught another amazing kill on the bot lane. That one was a Reaper Scythe. Fenrir going down, not able to Fate's Edict there. So it looked like Impale into a Death Pulse Scythe. And that means tower pressure here.
Yep. And the top lane is not being pressured the other way, and this is partly because you've got a Void, just a hero that isn't going to pressure lanes.
Yep.
That's just going to kind of farm, maybe play around the Chrono a bit, but even if he's using Chrono, it's not really often to take towers, it's just to get a kill or two. But Chrono into Arrow could be what Vici Gaming want to do up top, but unfortunately for them, an Observer Ward has scouted out the Mirana in this vicinity. Bottom lane being defended.
This SC in trouble actually. Used Ghost Shroud just in time though.
Yep. After the Fortune's End, so taking any damage from the Clinks. Here comes the Void.
Great Chrono.
Yep, TP'd in the Shrine, comes in at the perfect time as Triple C goes down. They want Kaka as well. Impale is there though to buy him some time. It's not going to be enough. There's no Shaker Fissure if they need it. They don't. And Fenrir actually gets both kills. Fenrir, my man, get me those points.
Right before Bounty runs 2. Will Old 11 grab one? It looks like he's got a ditch, yeah. Mugi grabbing one. So they'll go 2 and 2 on bounties, but that's a really good rotation from Paparazzi. Was he the first to TP2? No, he's the second, right? He teleported like Shrine or something, then came in for the Chrono, something like that. It was just really good ulti. Oh, we got that one. All right, Earthshaker on the mid lane looking like he's still going to die. Just a simple zoning Chrono.
Oh, well, KP getting the kill. Well played. Didn't make any misplays there.
KP is such a good player, but man, he looks a little sloppy on the Enigma today. That's what I'm seeing here.
And it's not a hero he's just been thrown on. He's played this one before.
Okay.
You know,
but mid?
First series of the day.
Mid is maybe hard.
Yes.
You know, and yeah, there are going to be nerfs.
Midnight Shadow being used. They want to go in, but it was scouted, I believe, by the Lion.
Yeah.
He's trying to juke the arrow. He's dodging left, right, juking the arrow that is not coming, at least not yet. And I'm charging forward as an Echo Slam, but will not find any good targets to use it on.
Looking for those no blink free echoes that he can get set up from his teammates. But even if no fight happens here, there's still some downtime. I mean, ultimately, the scary thing about Void is that whenever he's got Chronosphere, he should be able to set up a really big kill. Takes some time to do that for now, so even if they just get a little passive for now, as long as their lanes are going okay, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and it is very passive, because when that Chrono's down, it feels like you're fully 4v5. Bottom lane, Oracle gets fingered. Few more top, a bit of a flash going as Ori wants to chase down Faith, who's not level 6. He's close, but not quite there. He does not want to go for a TP. The Shaker will almost certainly cancel it, unless he fishes on the wrong side, and then, hey, yeah, you do go for a TP. Okay. I think he felt like because of the fog there, it could have been problematic. Bottom lane, meanwhile,
caught another
Paparazzi.
How does he even get that?
He had some help in time dilation.
No, but that was Paparazzi killing Kaka, though. That was like a Void without Chrono killing Kaka. That's why I'm very confused here. Okay, he does stay alive. Chrono comes out. Not the best one, but they do have TP support coming.
Starstorm going to hit twice, and that's a dead Weaver. Mugi did not have the health to survive that one. Luckily for Triple C, he's going to go shot TP. No cancel. I
mean, he must have used time dilation. Like, maybe, perhaps the line uses abilities on Void. Void time walks some of the damage, uses time dilation, perhaps. It does slow by a lot. It's 14% per spell cast, so maybe...
Get some bash RNG, maybe.
Oh, and use on cooldown for Finger of Death because he uses on the Oracle. So it's probably something like that, just a super slow and right clicks.
He's getting Tornado. KP coming in with the Helm of the Dominator. Gonna bring him down. Not the ideal creep, not terrible with the bonus 3 armor.
That's pretty good. I mean, 5 armor with the Basilius plus this and HP regen, so should be buildings dying a lot more often now.
Yep. Coming to pressure this top lane. Faith on Wraith King. About to hit level 6. This last range creep, is it going to be enough? Not quite.
Just got to deny some Eidolons or something.
tower last hit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Towers still give a tiny amount of XP, right? Don't they give like some random tiny little amount, like 50 XP?
Can't remember. I would assume no. It feels like one of those things they'd remove for consistency reasons because they were trying to make tower pushing worse, you know?
Yeah. I feel like for some reason I thought they gave it a smidgen.
Definitely looking to dive the top tower. This is a pretty early pressure around tier 2 top, actually.
Oh, that is a value death pact on the Helm of the Dominator creep. You should not go Helm of the Dominator against Clinks, maybe.
That's a good point, yeah. 200 gold, and it's got a... I don't know if it gets bonus HP or not, but... I
mean, yeah, it's a super value.
Minimum of 1500?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a really good ulti.
That is the dream creep to be death pacting.
Yes, that may be a big mistake to go to Helm.
I mean, it is a very long cooldown on death pact, but still. You go hunt down that creep whenever possible. They're diving in this top lane. They really want to take a fight here. They've gone initially on Fenrir, who has got the false promise here. We'll see if he uses on himself. No, he's going to use on Lanham on the Shaker. Give away his own life knowing that he's going down here. The Wraithkin catches the arrow, but he's got Reincarnation if he wants to skill. They're going to go for a straight up Black Hole on the Mirana. No leap away for you. Reaper as well for you. All the ultis being dumped on 11.
That's good. The threat of the Black Hole. They got him there.
Yep.
I mean, in the meantime, Warcraft III is auto-attacking creeps, but...
has to be. He doesn't have Chrono. Yeah. Just 5 seconds away, which is, you know, just 5 seconds too long before he could actually contribute.
This is a huge tower to get. This is what, like we saw in the last game, almost never do you see people even damage this tower in an early part of the game, but looking a little scary for Newbee now.
Paparazzi bottom. He got fingered. They do defend the top lane, but that's fine for Newbee. They don't take the tier 2, which would have been really nice, but...
It's a really better... I mean, killing the carry is fantastic, obviously. They lose the support. He doesn't waste his ulti, but... I don't know. That's like one of those moments where I felt like Newbee was on a roll. They still... Oh, they did already use Black Hole.
All right, it's support. It's a support for a Void. That's definitely fine for me, at least.
I just feel like if they stuck around, they probably could have gone the tower, but maybe it's just safer to guarantee the
I think the dangerous thing is with the respawning Vici Gaming Heroes is Void could have TP'd in and taken a fight top, or he's just trading the tier 2 for a tier 1. And yeah, tier 2 is better, but... Void is still like feeling okay about the game.
Gotcha.
But stands, Void goes down. Paparazzi, Shadowblade queued up next. We'll see what Vici Gaming look to do now that Chrono is online. Maybe he has to hide this.
This is the play. You just let it take a lot of damage. That way when he ultis it, he's like, do I really want to use that? Just, get it low, then it doesn't feel as good.
Often Clinks will just... Oh, wow, he Echo slams that Helm creep. I don't mind that at all. He also killed 6 Eidolons, it looked like, so...
I mean, Lanham got maybe, I don't know, 200-300 gold out of it. So.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not too worried. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to use Echo Slam early on as a support without Blink Dagger, so...
How often, do you see a good Echo Slam in the first 15-20 minutes of the game pre-play?
But, I don't know. It was a bunch of Eidolons. That doesn't feel great to me. There's maybe some...
gold.
It wasn't that much, though. There was like 6 tops. Like, that's like a creep wave that he basically Echo Slam equivalent. I'm not... It's okay, but...
Not value, I'm hearing.
It's close, but...
Ooh, Ori walked into a dust. Gets hit by an Impale, but doesn't look like they want to follow it up. He's very...
They're doing the right thing.
Very tanky if he has Death Pact, but he actually hasn't used it just yet.
That's where things get scary. Is they going to get the Chrono?
Void showing up, and they do not have Black Hole. So Void charging in forward. Can he find that 2-man Black Hole? Are they split up and up? He finds just KP. Follow-up arrow should land. KP should not have a good escape out of this one. There's no real save.
Echo slam them.
Yeah, he wishes. Buyback coming in from KP. They really want to take this fight. Faith is just charging forward. The Reaper comes out, brings down Oracle. What more can Newbee find? With the buyback from Enigma, you're going to imagine they're not happy just with the one kill. They're hoping for more, and without leap charges, 11 should be in some trouble here, but the Fissure buying him some time. Till a blink as Triple C actually going to catch the Void. He does have time up, but he's being chain stunned here. The Malefice at the end to finish him off. KP making his buyback well worth it.
It looked so good for them, but yeah, the great opportunity to buy back. That's one of those moments where he takes a Chronosphere and the arrow follow-up. If he dies, it's okay. Just get back in the fight and back up your team. He even gets a Boots of Travel.
Yeah, did he? I wonder if he bought that after the buyback or before. I was like, where did his money go? He had 2k gold for his Blink and it disappeared. And yeah, Boots of Travel.
Yeah, I guess that's why he bought back and then bought Boots of Travel to get here faster, basically.
That sounds quite probable, because I don't imagine he would have wanted or needed Boots of Travel otherwise. And with Chrono down, I think they just know they could go higher ground. They take a T3 tower, 17 minutes in, Newbee.
Use Echo Slam.
Anytime.
Oh man, he's got to be regretting it so bad. He could have echoed and killed the Weaver for sure. Maybe getting a follow-up kill, but none of that happened. They just couldn't quite win the fight.
And now there's no Echo, no Chrono, no Moonlight Shadow. Things are just in an awkward place for them. Faith needs to be careful. Does have just enough mana for the reincarnation right now. And he's just looking to use it as, there we go. Gets taken out by Purifying Flames. Slows 3 heroes here. Goes immediately charging back in to stun up the Mirana. They were trying to finish up this melee rack, so that'd be really nice to pick up this early on in the game. They're going to get a finger kill Paparazzi. They do lose one here. The Black Hole, a smidgen too late to save the life of Paparazzi, who is going to buy back immediately and goes charging in. No Chronosphere, and Newbee forced to disengage. Did not get the melee racks, but they did get a couple of buybacks out of this one. Unfortunately, they may lose more lives here. SCCC doesn't have Blink for a few seconds here. Line goes down to the Stray, as does the Wraith King here. Newbee are just throwing lives away to protect SCCC, who's going for the TP out. No. Oh, he had the Echo Slam. Didn't get close enough.
So they finally do get some kills, and this is definitely one of those moments where range barracks would have been superior. But yeah, it felt like it was good for them, but so many buybacks just made that tough. Gotta learn from the opening aim, and they always go range barrack first, every single time. Super early, like, kind of surprise rushes or surprise pushes into racks like this are probably by far safer than committing to what they did there, because now all of that doesn't matter. Like, it's unlikely that they're going to be on the top racks again in the next bit of time. So
even just taking the tier 3 and falling back to Shrine, like, I would almost value the Shrine over the range rack.
Yeah,
because you can secure Roche a whole lot easier. It just takes it away. We'll lose KP down bottom. He gets picked off by himself as a counter kill coming out from Necro. Gets the Reaper onto Henry.
SC will be happy about that one for sure. Almost got his Ags finished. He's already got the Blink Dagger. Skipped a Hood this game. Normally we do see that out of heroes, but there's really not that much magic this game. Just pretty much Mirana, Starstorm, Arrow kind of stuff.
Yep.
Faith could get caught over here, kind of looking for enemy heroes. Not going to find any. No sentry down just yet.
Got one, but they know it. They're going to go on him. Take the free kill. Nice, even dodging the Impale.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But there's a weakness of 5 position racing. But so far, I would say it's working quite well. Would you?
Yeah, I think it's totally okay here. No issues with it. It's just a good hero to just be in the front lines and spam your stun, and always save enough mana for your reincarnation.
Blink Dagger on Kaka, so he's happy. Ori's finished Maelstrom a long time ago. Got a Blink Dagger. I feel like the BOTs on Enigma is really hurting him now too. Like, if they get the range barracks and he buys BOTs, totally fine. But now he's just got this, like, it's just way too easy to kill against the Clinks there. If he had like a Buckler or a Mech or something, or even a Blink Dagger maybe, get Malefice, dodge a bin, Blink, perhaps.
Blinks on both sides for positions, both Lanham and Kaka having the Blinks though, so they have a death trap up top. They're waiting for somebody on the Vici Gaming side. Newbie hero does show up. They could be in for some trouble here. It's KP. There's a Helm to Dominate, Crimson Eidolons. Echo it again. You know you want to.
He's thinking about it.
Ooh.
They're in range, go!
KP, he's nearby. They see him. He's going to go for the Echo. Gets the Eidolons and the Helm. That hashtag efficiency.
That one was better.
Lanham placed it. He knew. He could get the creeps and the hero.
Yeah, that was just great Echo, and they didn't have to use Chronosphere for it. That was super good.
The gold change on the graph, I don't think shows the helm creeps either. Yeah, it only is the hero changes. Oh, bye 11.
Definitely see that.
Woes from last game continue.
Do you ever play Line? It pains me when I get an ulti, like I get an ulti kill with Finger of Death, and like shortly after I get level 12. Because then the cooldown would have been like 60 seconds less.
Yeah, that's such a big change, yeah.
It is a great ultimate though. Very, very good. Still, either way, still very good 1-point skill. Kaka in a little bit of danger here. That was a lot. Plus 90 damage. That's right. Okay. Oh, he's going to get it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of revealed the fact he warded. I think he realized, well, my ward's being revealed. May as well kill this courier.
Absolutely. I mean, 175 gold per player on your team, so let him get the D ward. No big deal.
Yep.
And it could have been another place, arguably, too. You never know.
I think the Clinks kind of ran into him and saw him ward, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe not. Sometimes those things happen and the player actually just had their monitor screen somewhere else.
Oh, Enigma has finally sold his 2 teleport scrolls in his backpack. A loss of efficiency, but he's got Blink Dagger, so still sitting in a relatively good spot. Assume he's going to go GPM at 15 maybe over cooldown. Usually that's the case when you skip Midas, but they're wrapping around trying to collect on these guys. They'll spot him. Yep, there's the Blink Hex.
They don't get Paparazzi though, who's actually going to turn and Chrono, go for these kills. He should be able to bring down the line inside this one. Faith is there with a stun. KP.
Is he going to blink out? He's got out.
Oh my gosh, Paparazzi's invis here. They're all out. Lanham gets out as well. What a disaster for them.
Base Sentry was placed really well there. Spots both the Mirana invis, but also where he expected the Earthshaker to be, so he might have gotten himself vision with detection, maybe get a stun off, but didn't quite work out.
Can they do something while Chrono's down? It looks like they kind of want to push top, but bottom lane Ori's getting the tier 2 tower by himself. Roshan maybe instead.
Yeah, just more value coming out of the map for Vici right now.
11 gets rooted here. Lanham blinks in, doesn't have Echo, and they're going to be able to bring down KP anyways with Paparazzi following it up. He doesn't need his Chrono. 11's being saved by the false promise for now. Should be a few more heals coming his way. It's going to be close here. Triple C has the Reaper. Is he? Oh my god, he's just going to use it on 11. You mad, man? But he gets blocked the damage. He gets the Fate's Edict off, and 11 survives it. Yeah.
This is pretty bad for Newbee now. I mean, they're...
Arrow, perfectly timed.
Just very easy to kill him twice there in that kind of a circumstance. He doesn't have Blink yet either because he's support, so not able to make anything happen with his ultimate. The aggressive Blink and Fissures have been changing this game in a big way. Newbee feels like they can go in and score these kills, but the Fissures are interrupting these chain combos, and they're just not able to secure what they think they should be able to.
This is the, to me, signature Lanham hero, and he is really showing off on it.
Yeah.
His impact on the game with great well-timed fissures, just overall great play.
Except for that one Echo Slam. But I can't...
Gonna go for another one here mid, maybe. Yep, he's got a Mirana to back him up. The arrow's there, 5 seconds. Oh, he leaps into the Starstorm here. He gets the Hex here. Lanham needs to finish off the kill, and he'll do so. Doesn't need 11 to do it. Gets S-Triple-C.
Yeah, that was a hard one to do. Kaka could only disable one more. He's like, ugh, which one's really worse?
Yeah, Mirana with the leap, probably the right choice.
Yeah, she had Starstorm as well. That absolutely would have been a quicker kill. But still, they're making so much happen out of just a couple heroes. The Void, despite him spending a lot of time farming and not being the greatest on net worth, him plus Earthshaker with a relatively fast blink has actually made such a big difference. Those two guys have just been a crazy kill combo across the map. And Newbee hasn't been able to turn out the same thing, despite also having blink daggers.
Really great defensive plays. Even heroes like the Oracle we've seen. I mean, that fight saves the Mirana, and then as the ulti's about to erupt, the Reaper comes out. I think it was actually timed fine by S-Triple-C, timed it so the ulti was gone, but hey, there's still a Fate's Edict, 0 damage dealt.
Yeah, that's a really nice play. And I can't help but think of where Newbee was and when they were on the top racks. They had this crazy momentum advantage from getting that buyback team fight. They went for the melee barracks, fully healed now. Could have been a dead range barracks, could have backed off. And then all of a sudden KP's dying more often by having a Boots of Travel that doesn't give him the same survivability, doesn't give him the same utility. And that stuff is really hurting him. Even once he gets BKB, I'm still worried for him because he can still get Chronosphered, he can still get right-clicked down by Clinks quite easily. There's a lot of Maelstroms in the game, so maybe Magic Immunity is strong, but there's definitely some signs of weakness with the way Newbee's played in the last 10 minutes.
The prize is mine.
See smoke from them. They want to make the next play themselves. Once again, it feels like they have been the aggressors, but man, when they're going to find an Oracle? Not the ideal find, but it's still a Reaper kill. Courier gets sniped by Ori. Is a black hole? Do they go for this one? KP's pinging where he is. He got the Malefice off, but
they see him. They see him. They're sentry that's down, but they're so far away.
But TP is likely to TP out in the trees here. Is there going to be a blink out? The Boots of Travel? Nope, KP.
Still Malefice cooldown, even if he did find him there.
He had to go for like an instant blind blink black hole, which would have been a bit
really
crazy.
Hard to do.
Paparazzi gets a DD rune bottle, thanks to 11 passing over and sharing his bottle.
Yeah, he's gone BKB and both damage talents this game, so just trying to do as much as he can with right clicks. I think it's a good choice. He's still queuing up the Ags, still also a good option considering how good Chronosphere is against heroes like Weaver. But
I personally do not like the time lock damage.
Yeah.
It's 25% time lock, so it's really a plus 25 damage talent, and it's magic damage, so it's not even really plus 25 damage.
Yeah, it's approximately as good as the level 10 one, absolutely.
It's kind of, it's basically a repeat talent from level 10.
Yeah, and so if they BKB, it's certainly kind of crappy, but in the same vein, if you don't need the health doesn't give you damage unless you're talking about surviving through things, so and if he's got BKB and he uses it correctly, I think it's absolutely more than enough survivable. I think it's an okay game. I think he's making the right choice. Like Paparazzi generally, I find, makes really good mechanics and like efficiency option choices.
Here we go, VG Gaming feeling like it's their turn to play Dota. They've smoked up. They're the ones getting on the aggressive. They scout things out with a skeleton walk on Clinks. They've got an arrow that's going to find KP in the trees. No chance to use anything. Faith in some trouble as well. Ori's there with the BKB Clinks. He takes down Lion first. Goes for the second kill now on the Wraith King. And that's going to be 3 kills in total for Vici Gaming.
So in the part of the game where this is a huge liability to have Wraith King here, I've barely seen any skeletons get procced. Maybe him jungling would be worthwhile at some point, but Vici Gaming just has a really big advantage now. Part of that was they didn't have an observer ward set up. They didn't have a sentry either. They were basically waiting to break smokes. But the one guy that was giving them vision ditched a little early, and then Old 11, great guess on the arrow, guarantees the kill on KP there.
Yep. They'll get the Marochan. They had the DD room for that. They still have a DD room for a little bit longer, and a Chronosphere. Paparazzi finds anyone, I feel like he's just going to be ready to chrono right now.
Absolutely.
Any core hero who might make an appearance. But
Fortunately for him, they killed too many of their opponents, so it's going to be hard to find them all.
Yep.
They're still respawning.
Trying to press forward. They've got good vision in both mid and top lane. They're playing around this mid observer board. Paparazzi in the trees, maybe hoping somebody pokes their nose out. Could be Kaka. He's got a gem. He just bought this gem and he's charging forward. Kaka, are you insane? Answer's yes.
Man, Newbee has got to be tilted right now.
That's not a play you'd normally expect from Kaka.
He walked right past an observer ward too. What is this? He actually walked like this, right?
True. Or, I mean, may have come from the other. I didn't see which route he came from, but yeah, he walked past.
Yeah, maybe he did run to the north side, I guess. But man, so costly. Now look at this. There's all these wards in all of their business, and now it's so hard for them to even enter their jungle. That was such a costly loss of the gem.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Unfortunate, because yeah, they find themselves without any map control, up against an Aegis, up against all these fresh BKBs, both Void and Clinks having a BKB. Makes it very difficult for them to fight. Faith, he's caught out 5 seconds before he has Reincarnation. It looks like he should be okay here. They're going to go charging forward for this kill.
Just
they have an arrow, I believe. Can they time it? Yep, they will. And that should be a dead Wraith King. Paparazzi's just, you know, he's going to go time walking and look for a Chrono. That's a attempted finger kill, but he's not even going to die. He's even got an Aegis, so even if they don't save him, it's not a big problem. He goes forward with the BKB. Shaker, he's fine. He's ready to drop. He doesn't actually go where he wanted to. He gets the Echo Slam now out on SCCC here. The buyback coming out from Wraith King. He's just going to die a second time at this rate. Paparazzi slows him with the time dilation. Needs to be careful. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Arrow's going to land though. SCCC. He's done for on the Necro. He's got buyback as well. Mugi needs to get out of this one. There is a gem on the Shaker. It looks like they're going to be forced to back off. Keeping in from Lion straight to the shrine. Lanham tries him with a totem. Doesn't succeed. And instantly dead is Kaka. What is going on here? As Newbee just throwing away lives, it seems, and getting blocked up by the fissure. They can't even chase any further.
Oh man, Newbee they are just doing what they can, but they're just making mistake after mistake here. Trying to take team fights. I mean, the buybacks helped a little bit, chases them out of the base, but they can't even get people low enough to score the kills. Even like Kaka TPing in, thinking like, who do I go on? Who do I go on? And just making, I don't know if he maybe didn't have vision, but just goes in and gets nothing out of it. They even get a sentry D-ward in the mid lane, so the opposite they were trying to kill doesn't even get taken out. To buy more sentries.
Clanks, by the way, getting another kill. It's going to be Weaver with his freshly bought Hex.
Great choice.
A huge pickup. Weaver does just have enough money for buyback. Well, I don't even think the way they initiate on the Void there was a good idea. Even if Oracle doesn't say Void, he has an Aegis, and that's your Finger plus Reaper. It is an Axe Reaper, but that's still 50-second cooldown in a teamfight is still a cooldown. Yeah,
maybe they just felt like, get it out of the way, then disengage, let them take our tier 2, then we'll turtle high ground or something.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was almost so good, but I mean, there's still no BKB on Enigma. He's very close though, sitting about 150 away, and once he picks that up, then at least he'll be able to sit far back perhaps, jump in with BKB, get a black hole off maybe, but a lot of things to deal with, especially like Earthshaker Ags can initiate at any time. Chronosphere is scary, the Hex on Clinks, like if he doesn't initiate himself, he will very likely be interrupted or chain stunned and killed before he even gets a black hole.
Be holding their side of the map as much as they can right now. It just feels like until they find that high impact BKB black hole, this game is just going to be very difficult for them. And another DD room for Paparazzi. Once again has the bottle to pick it up, and he's completed an Ag Scepter now, so One of the big
60
issues
seconds.
yeah, that they were facing was these kind of cooldowns they had to play around, but 60 seconds kind of removes that to a large extent.
He's done a really good job with even time dilation too. I saw him catch the Weaver once. We had 3 things on cooldown there. It was just utterly pretty useless hero when he can't go Sakuchi every 6 seconds. So, man, that Void pick was so fantastic. It has really just made a lot of difference in this game. And it doesn't even feel like the same game as the one that happened 20 minutes ago. But Newbee will still try to scrape themselves out of this if they can, but it looks like Faith is going to be initiated on.
Just trying to get some skeletons in mid, and he's going to pay for it with this light, it looks like. Lynx does get hexed up, though, from the high ground. And Newbee can play this. Lineup says no, he goes flying in, gets an Echo Slam on 2, doesn't kill anyone off, but he sets up the Void to get a nice chrono onto 2, including the key Necrophos kill. Enigma's dead. None of these heroes have buyback. I believe most of them bought back in the last fight. Necro's on cooldown, and they're just going to GG out. Newbee don't even lose their tier 2 mid, let alone any racks. I think they know they're about to lose at least 2 lanes, maybe even their throne, but that almost just feels like a bit, like you say, a bit of tilt that they just GG right out.
I mean, absolutely. Like this is one of those ones where you go back and you talk to your coach, and your